podcast, and this week we've got Terry Wood. Terry, welcome.
Hello mate, alright?
Yeah, good, thank you. Right, we're on Christchurch, and I think I've asked for a few questions from podcast listeners, so we might as well go straight into them. One of them is from Within the Swim, which is old Jack, who fishes Stoneacres. He says, how does he feel about finally jumping on a challenge in water? With a few laughing emojis at the end of it.
Good old Jack.
Yeah.
Oh, it's alright. It's a different buzz. Completely different to what I'm normally used to. Obviously, there's not a lot of stock, like linear and stuff like that. But definitely feel like it'd be a lot more rewarding, all these fish you got in here and that. Big old scalies, a lot of history with this lake.
Yeah, I mean, how would you change your approach, and obviously from fishing like the lakes on linear to on here? What have you done different?
Just littler baits, little sticks. I don't put any bait out at all. I did when I was over in 15, but that was only 2 spods. I think just cut everything down. Pin all your lines to the deck. A lot more spooky in here, isn't there?
Yeah, you've seen it all, haven't they?
Yeah.
Have you seen much showing at this end? Because obviously you've moved.
I've seen a lot up here yesterday, especially at night, because I woke up about 2, set my alarm for 2, and then I stayed right up all the way through till first light, and seen about 7 or 8 shows, and I thought, got to get on that, can't ignore that.
Yeah.
There were more down this end, so up sticks and moved.
Yeah, that's a good shout. I mean, this is a good swim. It's a bit of a moody swim, this one, and you probably know that from speaking to people. Yeah. They do tend to show a lot out there, so we're in the point, aren't we?
Yeah, peg 8.
Yeah, so you say you're not really fishing over any bait at all?
Nothing. I got 1 on a single on a spot, got 3 different spots, and then 2 on little sticks, like size of like a 10p coin really. Yeah. A little crumb and a few chopped tigers, and that's about it.
Right. Just a tiny bit of attraction.
Just enough for 1 bite, and I'll leave them for like 36 hours now.
Mm-hmm. Nothing to spook them off as well. So, obviously, if I go on to a few other questions, obviously, do you fish solid bags much when you're on somewhere like linear? Because someone's asked what are your tips for solid bags.
I did in that match on B2.
Right.
It was right up in the top corner of B2, and there was a lot of fish up there. Yeah. And me and Miles were like paired up, and both said like just fish bags, fish for a bite, because everyone else had the spod rod out. Yeah. Straight away. Mm-hmm. We're fishing in short, and I love solid bag fishing. It's like really good. Your rig sound, like you can cast it pretty much anywhere, and it'll be alright. Yeah. But we're fishing that match, and we had 11 bites before we even got a spod rod out, and they were clearly having the bait. Yeah. And this was in the first 7 hours, I think. Right. And I just think it's a really good method. Sort of, it won't imitate like a spod when it goes out, because obviously 10, 12 foot of water starts to like disperse, but you've always got that little attraction there, haven't you? Yeah. A little bit of corn poking out, or krill waft or something like that.
And what in terms of rigs, do you just sort of have like one go-to rig that you'll use for a solid bag?
Yeah, normally I use a massive hook, size 4 hook inside them, a little bit of corn. Yeah. And a little bit of shrink tube, just kick it right over. Right. Like a real aggressive curve on it before the hook holds. Yeah. They're really good on them. Yeah,
and will you sort of fish out with a rig ring or just straight off the hook?
Oh, it depends really. Like, if you're catching a lot of fish, I tend to use a rig ring, but if I'm going to use one on it, I'll probably use a little bit of tubing. Like.
Right. What's your thinking behind that?
I don't know really. It's just I've always done it.
Just sort of resets. Okay, cool.
Yeah, if something spits, like picks it up and blows it back or whatever like that, you ain't got the chance of, you've got a lot more movement with a ring. Yeah. But I find with that tubing, you can keep it all, all in place, sort of like. Whether or not that's the same when it's on the bottom and it actually happens, I think it's just my own personal thought, really.
Yeah, but it's the confidence thing behind it, isn't it, as well?
Especially if you're leaving them for a day. Yeah. Like 24 hours, something like that. Yeah.
Obviously, you've done quite a bit on linear, haven't you? Yeah. Why there? Has it been sort of years, or have you only gone there recently? I mean, I've seen all your fish, you've battered them out, definitely. So, what made you settle on linear?
When I first started, I always wanted to do a match when I was younger. I was about 12 or 13, and then this is when I heard of the BYCAC, British Young Carpers Angling Championships. And I thought, I'll give that a go. And got my old man to take me up, and we went and had a look round Brazenose and stuff like that. And, you know, from fishing like a little acre pond and rivers and canals and stuff like that, going to a 30-acre pit, it was pretty daunting.
Yeah.
And I couldn't really cast back then. I had like £3 Tesco rods. I had no clue about fishing at all, and then started catching. And then I entered the match for there. Didn't get through the first time, done it a second time, got through to the final. Didn't do very well in the final. Then the next year I'd done it again, got through, won the qualifier, got through to the final, and then ended up 4th.
Right.
And then ever since that's when I moved over from, I'd done a few years on like B1 and B2.
Yeah.
Started getting like mega big hits, and you sort of learn, like it was all a learning curve really. It wasn't for it's hard to explain it. It was literally just more to learn the style of how fish work.
Well, it's just repetition, I suppose, isn't it?
Yeah.
If you're on there and you're doing it, you fine tune everything, can't you? You're getting bites after bites.
The wind, the pressure, and
then that handling the fish. Yeah, just I suppose getting into a rhythm of getting rods back out quickly and stuff.
And then I had a go on Oxy's, done a bit on Hardwick.
Yeah.
St John's, and then Manor.
Yeah.
Manor's the one for me.
Yeah, same.
After that, Kempy's, seen it loads. Like that's the only reason why I keep going back, is just trying to catch that fish.
Yeah.
But if I'm not on Manor, I'll just do a quick night on somewhere else, just to save a wasted journey. Like.
Yeah. Like Kempy's is a hell of a fish, isn't it? So you've had a few of the better ones out of there, though, haven't you?
Yeah, I've had quite a few out of there now. I've done over 80 fish out of there, I think.
Right, it's good going. So one of the questions from one of the guys, which sort of leads on nicely, what's your most memorable catch? Are there any that sort of stand out?
Obviously, I've had a few of the name ones from up at that way.
Yeah.
But probably brick belly from a syndicate near me behind the back of a prison.
Right.
I mean, I was on there for 4 years when I was 14, 15, done it right the way through till I was 18, just started driving. There was only, I had them all, and there was only one fish I needed left to catch, and that was one called brick belly.
Right.
And, you know, I've seen it all in the margins and stuff like that, and I've seen it a few times, but it rarely comes out back then. And made up a little rig, little IQ rig, little signature squid, little pop-up, and place it under a tree. And I watched it come in, went tail up, you see the gills going, sifting through all the silt and stuff like that, and then bang.
Yeah.
This was on my last day of my membership.
Right.
So, you know, get that thing, and then it was pretty good buzz. All the lads come in, wound in, and could have done photos and weighed it and stuff like that. And it went 35.15.
Yeah.
But it's come out a bit bigger than that before.
Right.
But pleased to get that one.
Yeah, it's almost like a fairy tale ending, isn't it?
And probably another one was when we started fishing the river near mine.
Mm-hmm.
It's River Avon, and there's a weir. You've got an inlet and an outlet, and the outlet pumps out hot water. And when I was a kid, I used to be really naughty. I used to go around there and get told off by the security guard for going around there. And there was like a little plateau where it pumped out, and it was polished gravel, like proper clean. And I've seen 3 or 4 carp there, so I've got to go back and get a rod. Yeah. And this was still all my like gear when I was really young and stuff like that. Yeah. And I ended up having 25 carp from there to 25.5. And you look at that now, and you're like, wow, like carp from a river. But back then, didn't think anything of it. You just thought it was normal. Yeah.
They obviously love that spot then. So, I mean, how long have you been into it? Has it been sort of since you were a nipper?
Since I was about 13, something like that, properly. But, like on the float and the pole. Yeah. From about 10, 11 on the canals and stuff like that. Just to get into it, really. Yeah. Can you remember
catching your first one? Was it sort of caught by mistake, or was it your first carp?
My first carp. It was me and my old man. We were down the canal, and no one in my family fish. Like, it's all self-taught. And I don't read. I don't watch anything really. Just look at photos and just taught myself. Yeah. But I had a little double maggot on the canal on a little float, literally right in the margin, chucking in little bits of bread bombs, like blended up bread, soaked in water, and chucking that in. And there's a carp angler further up, and I was catching a couple of roach, a few perch and stuff like that, and you had a big tail pattern come up, like you know when the water like comes up like
vortex,
and like, wow, what's that? And then the float started moving, you know, like I was getting kicked about by a tail, and then it just went under. Hit into it, and oh my god, it like I was on £4 line, stripped the line, matey come over, the carp angler netted it for me.
Yeah.
And that was my first carp, £17
Wow,
from the canal.
That's good going.
So ever since that, that's when I like proper got the buzz.
Yeah, I was going to say, well and truly lit your fire, I can imagine.
Used to catching like bream and roach and perch, nothing over £1 or anything like that. And
cool, you did well to get that in then on that kit, fish that size.
Yeah,
that must have given you the runaround for some time, didn't it?
But that was crazy. That was.
Yeah.
That's when I knew I wanted to get into it a lot more.
Yeah. And then all the money.
Yeah.
Getting all the kit is never ending then, isn't it? Once you start, was that a fish or a duck over there? Duck.
Cute. Yeah.
Standard. Is that wind swinging round a bit?
A little bit.
Trying to, isn't it? Not really doing anything.
It's going to pick up tomorrow though.
Is it what? This way?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So whether or not they'll get on the back of it, I don't know. But
so is that a weed bed out there or not? Or is that just bubbles from something?
Yeah, it's a little bit of weed over there. The coops, you watch them, they keep going down, picking up little bits of strands and stuff like that. But that's where I've seen a few shows.
Yeah,
right next to that weed.
They definitely seem to be hanging around though. Those weed beds, like I say, I saw one at the other end.
Yeah.
Literally, as I wound in, the last rod one just lumped out. Kingfisher in the tree, it was just flown off.
Watched him this morning, it was up that tree.
Yeah.
Just dive bombed the water.
Yeah.
And had a little silverfish, don't know what it was, but I've done it twice now. It's pretty cool to watch, some of the sea stuff on the banks.
Yeah.
Pretty amazing.
I said to her, I had that badger, well I assume it was a badger. At first I genuinely thought it was a person walking behind a bivvy with the noise of it, and I just said it stop and it's like snorting. I think it like chucked
it sound
my
like
leftover
Frenchie,
dinner.
Don't they?
Yeah.
Breathe.
Yeah, that's it. My little chucked my remaining dinner in the bush and I just said this snorting, and Panda was like, what is that? I assume it must have been a badger, but yeah, the bloody ruckus it made. Yeah, there's loads of wildlife on it. It's a stunning place. It's sort of.
And the owls. Right behind me last night.
Yeah, they seem to be dotted around everywhere as well. Yeah, they're constantly going for it. I've not actually seen them, heard them loads, but I've not managed to see one yet.
Good old Noodles as well. He come and chilled with me last night for a few hours.
Yeah, it keeps you company.
Keep my legs warm.
Yeah. Some other questions. One, I assume from your missus, will I ever see you again?
Oh, she's good to me, she is. She lets me go fishing all the time.
Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah. I suppose the beauty of it is better almost in the worst months when there's, that's what I find, like the spring, autumn.
Yeah. Her birthday's in spring as well, like bang in the middle of spring. So
right. Yeah.
She's very lenient. I was fishing on her birthday last year.
Right.
That's when I had that hit from Manor.
Right. So you've got to work hard then to keep in her good books.
Well, she's sound really. Like everyone says, all my mates and that, they're like, "Oh, you never see her, blah blah blah. You still together?" And I'm like, "No, she just knows that I love my fishing."
Yeah.
She won't ever get in the way of it. So
no, it's good, mate.
I'm really lucky on that side.
Yeah, and obviously, what do you do for a living?
Plumber on site plumber.
Yeah.
Hoping to get out of that sort of bit soon and go domestic.
Yeah.
Get into the proper stuff.
Yeah. It's more varied, isn't it? But it's, like we were saying again the other day, obviously, the site stuff, you can schedule it really easy and you know where you're at and you know what you're earning.
Yeah.
The
really
domestic,
good money as well.
Yeah. There's no call-outs or anything really, I suppose. That's good. So obviously if you switch to this other job, how would you think that's going to affect your fishing, if at all?
I think I'll definitely be able to get a lot more time off.
Yeah.
Because it'd be working with my mate. He's a fisherman as well. So he knows the procedure, like spring and autumn. He knows them times I like to get out a lot.
Yeah, that's handy. More sympathetic if you've got the boss as a fisherman. Do you ever do sort of overnighters or not? Or you tend to do?
Not really.
Yeah.
At work you're on price, so you've got to. You don't get paid hourly. Whatever you do, you get paid for. And if I turn up and I've had a pretty hectic night, that could cost me quite a lot of money.
Yeah,
I'd like to do it.
Yeah,
but
it's full on, isn't it? And fair play to people that do it.
Yeah.
Because it takes some dedication. I've done it a few times, and it was fishing one of the bigger pits on the water park.
Yeah.
And it was just a slog. The swim I was fishing was like the furthest one away, like almost winding in at bite time, and missing it. Yeah, but fair play to the people that do it. Yeah, so, I mean, how much do you get out? Are you sort of every week, or is it sort of longer sessions over?
On weekends only.
Right.
And, you know, I like my day tickets, and on a Friday after work, I can be pretty mental to try and get a swim.
Yeah.
That's why I joined Pingewood up in Reading.
Yeah.
You never see anyone down there.
Yeah.
That was good, but hard, like...
Yeah. Is that reason you're on there at the minute, or was that a while ago? Or?
I've been on there for the last 2 months.
Right, okay.
You know, seen fish, but I ain't done a fish out of there yet.
Yeah.
My mate Benny's done really well out there. He's had nearly all of them.
Oh, right, okay.
Welsh Ben.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Bit of a challenge, bit of a warm-up for here, really.
Yeah. Yeah, but there's, what's in Pingewood at the minute?
Oh, you got floppy tail, normally goes 40.
Yeah.
Ben's common, snub-nose common.
Yeah.
Crinkle tail. Oh, that's classed as floppy tail.
Right.
You've got a half lin, cluster.
Quite a few to go. Then.
Yeah.
How big is it? Is it quite a size,
About
Pingewood?
16 acres,
Okay.
I think. Yeah.
Right.
Sort of same layout as this, really.
Right, well, sort of oval
same
sort
style
of
as
shape.
fishing. Yeah.
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 Right.
You've got a shallow end, deep end. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. So it's just getting to grips with it, I suppose.
Yeah.
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 But that's good though that you're mixing up rather than just sticking to sort of day ticket almost.
Yeah, I don't mind the
Heavier start.
challenge, but that Kempy's, you know,
Yeah.
I can't go away from there until I've had it.
Yeah.
And then once I've had it, you know,
Yeah.
I don't mind where I go after that. I can
Yeah.
calm down a bit.
Yeah. Yeah, so hell of a fish, isn't it?
That's the one I want.
Are you back on there before the winter, or?
Yeah, I'll have a couple of goes on here before it shuts up shop, and then I'll head back over there for the winter.
Yeah.
And I'll definitely want to do a big spring session on there next year.
Yeah. Yeah, because that sort of tends to switch on a bit sooner. I mean, this one doesn't switch on, does it? Till sort of mid-April, end of April, I think.
No.
Depending on the conditions. It's deeper, isn't it?
Yeah.
Manna's not too deep.
You've got a lot of stockies in there as well that sort of push the fish round.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, for that out.
Sort of competing then.
And obviously, big hits are capable on there in the winter as well, aren't they?
Yeah.
On Manna.
Yeah.
On that road bank and that.
All zigs.
Yeah.
Mainly zigs.
Yeah.
You know, if you can find like the shallower spots out in the middle.
Yeah.
You know, a little bit bait, not too much, and
Yeah.
you can have like 3 or 4 in a night sometimes.
Yeah.
I do like that place.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah. Yeah, and I suppose it quietens off nicely, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, last year I was doing the winter on there last year, and it was only me on there really, a couple of other lads, you know, like that were putting the time in as well. But half the time you go up there on a Friday and no one's on there or St John's, great.
Yeah.
But I definitely think you need a few people on there to sort of get them moving a bit.
Yeah, move them around a bit. I suppose that's what they're used to, isn't it?
You find them, and you know, I was fishing like 1 or 2 rods at some point. You find they just move off you. Wake up, you hear them in the night, and they're on the other bank.
Right.
You just continual chase.
Yeah.
But
so, what sort of tactics would you use on there in the winter? Would that be, other than zigs, do you use sort of solid bags on there as well? Or?
Mainly singles.
Right.
Chucking them to show and fish.
Yeah.
Yeah, and zigs is a big part in the winter.
Yeah.
Especially in the deeper water.
Yeah.
But they're not hard to find at all on there, especially with the bird life on there.
Right.
But yeah, if I start catching a few, I'll put a bit of bait in.
Yeah.
Yeah, bags. Ronnie's. Yeah, use them a lot on there.
Yeah.
Yellows and whites.
Yeah.
Pinks. We seem to get fish, you know, we seem to get a bite pretty quickly on that. And then more towards when it starts warming up, that's when I use my bags.
Yeah.
Solid bags.
Yeah.
And start introducing a bit of bait.
Yeah, see on the surface there, look. Yeah. It shells off nicely down in this swim, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's coming in quite close, that.
Yeah. Yeah, I've noticed that they do in this swim. I think they sort of loop round there. Actually, that spot out there, I've got a feeling that's where old Steve Renyard was having a few, on whatever methods he might have been using. Yeah, so Manna, that's a good show. I might have a dabble over there when it's quieter in the winter as well.
Yeah.
Again, it's a nice lake and a good shape as well. There's only like those 2 swims on the far bank, in there that sort of point at each other. Other than that, you're sort of pretty good, aren't you? Everyone's got a good bit of water to fish.
Caught out of nearly peg on there as well, so there's no like avoidable pegs really.
Yeah, it's a bit like they do move around a lot, don't they? They're quite mobile. So which ones did you have out there? Because you had spike, didn't you? Is that right?
Yeah, I caught that twice now.
Yeah.
I've had a load of 30s out of there.
Yeah.
I lost one last spring.
Yeah.
Never seen it, but
right.
Dread to think what fish that was.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't let that play on your mind too much, can you?
No, that's it. But, some people say that, it's always the big one that you lose, but, I've had spike twice now, and that's £40, and that comes in like nothing.
Yeah. It's funny, isn't it, how they vary?
I had a bream on the first time I caught it.
Yeah. He probably knows the score. As soon as it comes in, as soon as we can go out. Yeah. So obviously you mentioned you fish singles, chucking to show and fish. What's your sort of go-to rig for that? Would it be like a hinge stiff or a chod? Or
never really been a fan of hinge stiffs.
No.
Don't know why. Just prefer a Ronnie.
Yeah.
Pretty easy to tie, or a 360 rig, something like that.
Yeah, yeah.
And I've had a lot of confidence in that.
Yeah.
Yeah. As much as hinge do reset, but I was actually catching a lot of tench. When I first used them on mine, I was catching a lot of tench on them, surprisingly.
Right.
They're quite finicky feeders.
Yeah. I always think it's quite a blatant rig as well, isn't it, the old hinge?
A lot of the big fish do get caught on them.
Yeah, yeah. I quite like a Ronnie, nice and easy to tie, and it's just that little bit lower to the deck, isn't it, as well? Yeah. And again, you never get any tangles with them, obviously the fact that they can spin all the way around.
They are obvious and they are blatant, but they do catch.
Yeah,
they do catch you some fish.
Yeah, if you're just looking for that quick bite, they're the way to go. What sort of material do you use for the boom section when you tie them up?
I use a Thinking Angler's tongue skin.
Yeah.
Quite weighty that. And, if you know your bait and you balance it out right, you sort of get to know what you use and how long you got to cut it and stuff like that. And I like it when it proper sinks down really slowly. Yeah. Just nestles there. 'Cause the coots, they do dive on you a lot.
Yeah.
And if one of them picks you up, 9 times out of 10 there's carp. Every time a coot dives, I've always found that every time a coot dives on a spot on there, always get a bite.
Yeah, because you think, was that a coot? And then the coot comes over, like, hold on a minute, it's still tight. Yeah.
Runs off, and then, you got a fish on.
True. Yeah, so many people say, don't they, use the birds, they'll sort of do all the work for you if you know how to read it.
I steam my baits as well when I get them out, put them on the rig.
Right.
Put them in the kettle for a little bit, harden them up, stop the coots, ripping them to shreds, because that can affect your buoyancy and stuff like that.
Yeah, I tend to air dry my little hook baits, leave them out with the lid off, same thing, buoyancy, and just make them a bit more durable. I try and fish like a tiny bit of corn on the top as well, just if it's being pegged, but they're a good indicator of fish, aren't they, the coots?
Yeah.
So what are your plans for next year? Is it going to be Pingewood, or do you not look that far ahead?
Going to obviously have another go on Manor.
Yeah.
I'm going to get a lot of time off work and
give
it a good go on there.
Yeah.
Might get called a hermit or a tramp or something like that. But if there's a fish you want to catch, you'll do a lot to
be in
to
the
have
bonnet.
a go for it.
Absolutely.
This year I got offered to go to Thailand with Mrs.
Yeah.
2 weeks over there, but no, I can't.
Was that in the spring as well?
Yeah, like these fish are gonna, these fish, they can pop up dead any minute. Thailand's always gonna be there.
Yeah.
That's the way I see it, but she doesn't see it that way.
I can imagine. Is that southwesterly now? Starting to pick up.
Starting to trickle in here now.
Yeah. They just need them to move around a bit, don't they? Like you said you've seen a few. Like this end, I saw one sort of, again, there's loads of fish still in the middle in there, clearly, in those big weed beds. That's where they've been getting caught from as well. I don't know where else has done a fish other than that in the middle of this bank, but
I think peg 6 done a few fish last week.
Right.
Peg 4 definitely did.
Yeah, peg 4 seems to have done them for the last sort of 3 weeks, I think. I don't know what's the forecast coming up. Is it going to get colder? Oh.
Yeah, it's going to get a lot colder, and then we've got big winds coming in more towards the end of the week.
Right.
I think I'll be gone by then.
Yeah.
Back to work, ready sort my stuff out and that. But yeah, the weather for the next 2 days definitely looks good. I'm going to stick it out.
Yeah.
And, just keep my eyes on the pond. see anything to go on. You know, I might wind in later and have a little walk around, rest the swim.
Yeah.
And speak to a few people, go and see my mates and that.
Yeah, yeah.
Just play it by ear, really.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's a good shout.
There's definitely fish down here, though. I heard him last night.
Yeah.
Seen him here yesterday, same sort of time.
Yeah.
So just got to sit on my hands, really.
Yeah, that's definitely it. Because you don't want to start obviously thrashing a water when you know you're on them.
Yeah.
Are you on bottom baits out here?
Yeah.
In the clear spots?
Yeah.
Yeah. What rig do you favour for that?
On here, it's a bit like Manor as well. You know, a lot of the underslung mouths and trickier fish to catch.
Yeah.
You know, use the old Scott Lloyd's noodle rig.
Yeah.
Caught a lot of fish on that.
Yeah.
That's what I've just gone for on air, gone for free.
Yeah.
All real small trimmed down baits, little bags. One's on a single and two are on little 10p size bags. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
3 signature squids.
Yeah. What, wafters or just bottoms?
Yeah, wafters.
Yeah.
All trimmed right down.
Yeah.
Literally smaller than your fingernail.
Yeah. Yeah, nice. Yeah, it seems to be the thing that does the trick. I think that's what old Ben Coates
Yeah.
was using, wasn't it? I
Yeah.
think, when he had them. Yeah.
Pretty sure.
Yeah, that's good. I'm itching to get, although I've just packed up and put my kit away. I want to fish again.
Yeah.
Normally you don't get that until you've had a shower in your own.
Yeah.
So I want to get straight back out. Yeah, I'm sort of just started talking about it. I'm a bit annoyed that I've got to go to work, but obviously if I don't do that, I won't be able to fish. Got to keep telling myself that.
No.
Yeah, I've got me gas resits next week, so I won't be fishing next week, so I'm just trying to cram it in now before we do
Yeah.
get that
A lot of
hard,
info.
cold frost. Yeah. Yeah, I can. They're quite good where we are, so just remembering it all the regs. Yeah, so do you think you're definitely not pulling off Manor until you've had Kempies?
Yeah, until I've had it.
Yeah.
But I think even then, like, there's still a few that I'd want to recapture, and there's a few that I haven't caught. Like,
Yeah.
it's just I want that fish in my album. I want to be able to say that I've had it.
It's a stunner, isn't it?
It's getting old now. That
Yeah.
fish, but
It's in good condition, though, isn't it?
really good condition. Yeah.
For a fish that age, you think that does get caught quite a few times.
Especially a lot of the match anglers catch it, or the tench fishermen, they catch it in close.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be my tactic next year. Is
Yeah.
for some real close.
Yeah, on a log worm or something. Be a good shout. People have been using worms in here, haven't they?
Yeah, yeah.
Right, let's go on to a few other questions. Do you want some daft ones?
Go on then.
Stone Cold Stunner or Rock Bottom? And that's a wrestling reference.
What does he mean by that?
I don't know. That's just his options. Old Phil Leon says Stone Cold Stunner or Rock Bottom.
I don't know.
Don't know what you're on about, mate.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
What wouldn't Terry Wood do, or would he just do everything?
Get a mallet out.
Yeah.
Cast every 5 minutes.
Like matey a few swims down.
Put a spot out. You know, if I'm not catching, I won't get the spot rod out. But
Yeah.
I think it's pretty pointless. Keep topping it up.
Yeah.
Pet 8. Spot in for no reason. I think it's just more of a boredom thing.
How Huntley says, how much do you love Bradley's out of 10?
not as much as I love him.
Yeah. Which was his next one. What would you give Hunty out of 10 as a lover? Don't need to answer that one, mate. Keep that between yourself.
What was that?
That was Hunty again. What would you give Hunty out of 10 as a lover?
11.
Would you sign my fishing rod?
Nope. Who's that? Weber.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if that was a euphemism
He's
as
a
well.
Punisher.
And Alex.
He only gets out once a year, and that's when it's hardest day.
Yeah. That's Sailor Powered. Alex said, was obviously the guy that you were fishing next to. Will he scavenge any more for heaters off me tonight?
Managed to get another one off him, and then I had a sausage butty off him.
Good work.
The next day, he's a good lad. Alex.
Yeah. Funnily enough, he was on there when I was on there in May. That was the last time I saw him. I think he had a couple out. And that was just before it all kicked off in the new dig at the top end there. So how many nights have you got left on here, Terry? What are we on now? Wednesday?
I've done
Wednesday?
3. I've got 3 more.
Yeah.
So I think, sit out, it's one of them.
Yeah.
When you're used to catching and stuff like that.
You start questioning things, don't you? And
Yeah, I haven't gone through that phase yet,
Yeah.
but I'm sure it's going to come at some point this week.
Using all sorts of weird rigs and stuff that you never use. Yeah. Also, you mentioned like the BYCAC.
Yeah.
How did you go about getting involved with that and entering that? Because that would be sort of a good tip for any like youngsters listening if they want to get into that. How did that come about?
It's all on the Facebook page.
Right.
If you've got Facebook, go and have a look at the BYCAC website. It gives you all the dates. You know, it don't cost. It costs nothing.
Yeah.
You know, it's less than the ticket if you get through to the final, and at the end of it, you get a goodie bag and stuff like that. You learn a lot. You get to meet other people.
Yeah.
It's good fun.
Yeah.
Really good fun.
Yeah.
Even though I cried when I didn't get through to the final the first time.
That's right. I'm sure many people leave here were crying. And I saw Dan Coates lose that fish. He was a bit wounded. I was like, it's all right, get over it. It's gone. I'm getting the rods back out, and obviously had a few after. What about in terms of your angling? You're a fan of travelling light, it looks like it.
Yeah.
Under a brolly.
Yeah, I don't take anything pointless.
Yeah, so you can move quick.
Never take anything. If anything, I bring too much food, but you
Yeah.
can never have enough food.
Yeah, because if you're on them, you want to sort them swans out, they're going to be all right.
It should be all right. He's got his feet up there.
Yeah. That he won't have, the youngster. That.
They normally mess you up more if you go to show them off.
Yeah, well, I
you're
sort of
better
try
off
and
just,
try and time it when they're either passed or.
Yeah.
It's when they're doing that does, isn't it? Look, the other parent like dipping his hand under.
Yeah. That braid's all the way on the bottom, so it shouldn't be a problem. But
Yeah.
I think I've jinxed it now. So it comes up and.
I think I had
runs
it
off
with
of it.
one of the geese. There you go. Terry's just shooing the swan off. He's going to think that's food, Tel. Duck under and try and grab it and take your line out. Right, and the swans are on their way. Where's the other one then? Where's the other baby?
Just there, look. Oh, he's down there.
Oh, I think he'll do it now. He'll be the one that has it. Right, so what are we on? Yeah, so that's half hour already, mate. Just trying to think of any other questions that people have. Most of them are pretty stupid and standard. So why wouldn't you fish a solid bag on here? Or why haven't you opted for a solid bag on somewhere like here?
A lot of bait went in over the weekend.
Yeah.
I just think I got a better chance of a single or a tiny stick.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No, I'm still learning really.
Yeah, just nicking a bite sort of thing.
I think that's my best option.
Yeah, that's what you need to do, isn't it, really, on there? Because that one bite, there's a strong chance of it being like a 40 or an upper 30.
Yeah.
I know, because he's motoring.
Yeah, just try and do something a bit different.
Yeah. And
a lot of people put bait out.
I was going to say, do you sort of wait and see what others are doing before you make up your mind, or?
You sort of get that feeling. Also, it depends on the time of year as well. But you know, I always go with my gut feeling. What you put in, you can't take back out.
Yeah.
That's the way I see it.
Yeah.
It's like imagine at Christmas, you put too much on your plate.
Yeah.
You know, it's like I'll just come back for that later. I eat pigs and blankets later. But 9 times out of 10, you don't.
Yeah. Or you get distracted by something else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, it's a good analogy. Yeah, so just little.
I never ever really put a lot of bait out.
Right.
Never. I've always been a fan of sort of free spods, if that.
Yeah.
Get something going, sort of match style, really.
Yeah, and then sort of react to the situation almost.
Yeah.
And are you sort of 3 rods tight on the spot type style? Would you vary or?
Linear, yeah. Here, no. Pindrod, no.
Yeah.
Sometimes on manor I'll put 2 on a spot and then 1 a bit closer in.
Yeah.
Just try and work out what they're having it on. But yeah, if I do fish 3 on a spot, I'll put 2 really tight and then 1 sort of like 6-7 foot off it.
Right.
And that one tends to do the bigger fish 9 times out of 10.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a common thing. What about moon phases? Pay any attention to them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I caught a lot of fish on the new moon phases.
Right.
I definitely think there is a theory behind it.
Yeah.
Never really been a fan of a big moon.
Right.
Never
I'll pull my pants up then.
Never caught on a big moon.
Yeah, being a plumber. Yeah, it's funny, isn't it? And also, I just thought more fish would have come out of here, because obviously we've had even on the weekend, it got down to like 978, didn't it? Or 976, pressure.
Really low.
Really low. We haven't really had any cold snaps. We had a little bit of cold weather. It's just, do you know how it's linear fish well? Or not?
It's been shut up shop for past week, yeah.
Right. Oh, right. Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? Like
So I was debating going over there, but I thought if it's not fishing, there's no point trying to get something going. I'd rather come over here and you know, not catch anything on here, but have a chance.
Exactly, there's that one bite and thing on here again.
Yeah.
It's funny watching that coot looking for food, like just in front. That's not far from where that fish kited in, is it?
No.
Yeah,
It looks a bit spooked.
Yeah. Checking very quickly. To strap a GoPro to one of their heads.
You'd be amazed what you see underwater.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's daily, isn't it, for them? Although, like, you know, they're used to seeing it. I had one slosh out on that first night, and obviously right amongst the coot. You could hear the coot just scattering and squawking. Yeah, they do give the game away, the old birds. Is it just carp you're into? Do you do any other fishing?
We do a little bit of perch fishing. I think everyone does, though, don't they? A little bit of perch fishing when all the lakes have got a lid on them.
Yeah.
But that doesn't ever last long, does it?
Yeah.
You know, a few sessions and then that's it.
Yeah.
But we try and do a bit on the canals.
Yeah. So where are you from?
Melksham.
Right. Okay.
Sort of, if anyone don't know, it's near the Bath area.
Yeah.
Southwest.
Yeah.
You know, I've got it pretty easy down here. Most lakes are within 70, 80 miles from me. So.
Yeah. Yeah. It's, we are spot. I mean, I'm Swindon, so not that far from you.
Yeah. It's an easy drive as well.
Yeah. Yeah, spoiled for choice.
Yeah.
Too many carp, not enough time type scenario. Worst problems to have, I suppose.
Yeah.
Right, I reckon we should wrap it up there, mate, because I've got to go.
Cool.
And, back to reality now. So brilliant, Terry, thank you very much. And hopefully we'll have an update at some point with some fish. That'd be good.
Yeah.
Right, mate. Nice one, thank you.
All right, cool.